Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Downer South Winter Concert Part 2. We had Part 1 a week ago today, featuring the Wind Symphony and Wind Ensemble. And we're wrapping up our winter concert season in the band world with the concert band sitting on stage behind me, and the symphonic band, which we'll hear in a little bit. That first piece, the Highlander Fanfare, a great way to start any concert with a fanfare. If you were here a week ago, you heard the brass fanfare with the organ and timpani to get things going. So we want to keep that trend this week with that Highlander fanfare. You're going to hear next a really gorgeous ballad with Each Sunset by Richard Saucedo, a prominent wind band composer, specifically for high school students and middle school students. Richard Saucedo would be what I would consider an educational composer, writes a lot of music dedicated and geared towards music education and learning as you're learning your instrument and improving your skills on your instrument and writing for that age. So this is a really beautiful ballad with Each Sunset. We hope you enjoy it. All right, we've got one more piece for you before we transition stage to the Symphonic Band. This last piece from 1933, actually written and performed in downtown Cincinnati, the Zoological Gardens, by Henry Fillmore. Henry Fillmore, this is one of many marches and very up-tempo, brisk pieces that he wrote in his tenure as a composer, and he actually wrote this piece, and a lot of people say that what you're about to hear, this final arrangement, this edition by Frederick Fennell, is probably actually nothing close to what was originally performed in 1933 in Cincinnati when it was premiered, because Henry Fillmore was very imaginative, and whenever he performed something live in concert, and especially a new piece of music, he pulled all the bells and whistles, literally and figuratively, everything he could, and he would do all these crazy things with these marches when he would perform them. So it's probably not exactly what you're going to hear tonight, but nonetheless, it's a really great up-tempo. It reminds you of kind of like a circus march. So we hope you enjoy our final number, His Honor March by Henry Fillmore. Thank you so much for that warm round of applause. Just give us one moment as we're about to transition the stage to the Symphonic Band up here. Thank you. So while we are transitioning the stage, I wanted to give the kids a chance to kind of settle in. What I'm going to do while concert band is finding their seats is invite up someone to talk to you a little bit about the Dinosaur South Band Booster organization, along with some upcoming fundraisers with our plant sale. So please welcome to the stage our Band Booster President, Gretchen Shear, and our head of the plant sale, Wendy Lay.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Didn't they sound great? My name's Gretchen Shear, and this is my 3rd year as Band Booster President, but it's my 6th year as a band parent at Downers Grove South. And I have to tell you, this is the greatest program in the school. They do great things when the kids start out in concert band and go all the way up to the wind ensemble. They really grow as musicians, and it's really fun to watch. Wouldn't you say? Okay. Well, the Band Boosters is an organization of parents that support the entire band program. That's the concert bands, the jazz bands, the winter guard, the marching band, the percussion ensemble, the whole thing. We ask the families to be a contributing member, which costs $50. You can either write a check for $50 and make it out to DGS Band Boosters and put it in the band mailbox, or you can go online and pay on the web store. You click, there's an icon that says DGS Bands, I think, and then you can fill in the $50. And either way, what do you get for your money? Well, we support we support things for the band that isn't covered by the school funding. One of the cool things we do is we bring in, the directors bring in other directors and music teachers from universities called visiting clinicians, and they work with the kids to help them grow their musicality. We also have to pay licensing fees for some of the pieces that they perform, and we also have a scholarship program for students that take private lessons, marching band fees, or summer music camps. And keep an eye out, there will be an email about the applications will open in March, sometime in March. We also provide some things, little extras like band recognition awards at the spring banquet, which we will recognize all of our band musicians. So we also have some fundraisers, and the fundraisers like the Butter Braids and the plant sale, which Wendy's going to talk to you about, support both your student account funds, which they can also use for music lessons or trips or marching band fees, or other music-related expenses, but then a portion of that money also goes to help the boosters. So right now we've got our Butter Braids going on, so Easter's coming up, so it's a good thing to have in the house. And then lastly, I just want to make sure you're all aware, because a lot of you are freshman parents, we have our website. It's dgsbandboosters.com. And there's a lot of great information on there. There's a Google Calendar, and there's links to photo albums of pictures that they take at the concerts, and also information on the fundraisers. So I encourage you to go home, find it, and bookmark it. And then I'm going to hand you over to Wendy. Wendy and her husband Joel are spearheading our plant sale, which is the best fundraiser ever.
Hi everybody, my name is Wendy Lay. My husband Joel and I are happy to have the opportunity to chair the plant sale this year. Having taken the reins over from Shar and Bill Kubik, who very successfully spearheaded it for the past several years. I won't keep you long, I just want to highlight some of the best reasons to buy from the plant sale this year if you have not already. If you have, then just bear with me, you already know. First and foremost, if you already put in plants every year, and most of us do, why not order them from the band and give the benefit to our hardworking musicians? Students can earn funds, can use their earned funds for whatever they want to in the music department, some of which Gretchen mentioned. We are offering a lot of varieties that you can't usually find at the big box stores, and our prices are actually very competitive to what you will find at those stores. We're not totally overpriced being a fundraiser because we get a good deal from the growers. The plants are direct from the growers. They haven't been sitting in a parking lot or a truck for any amount of time. We get them directly from them. They're beautiful and fresh and ready to go. And the kids can earn up to about 17% of what they sell that they can use for their band accounts. So it's really a win-win-win. Delivery is the day before Mother's Day. Hanging plants and patio pots are lovely Mother's Day gifts. Hint, hint. You drive into the parking lot, the students and volunteers load your car, and away you go. You don't even have to get out if you don't want to. So it's the easiest Mother's Day gift you will find. Prices are competitive. Information is all going to be up on the Booster website as soon as we finalize the descriptions and the pictures of everything that we're offering this year. So you can look on the website and find it. And Joel's information and mine will be on the back of the order form. Okay? Spring will be here before you know it.
All right, we'll let the Symphonic band just play a few notes right now and get their instruments warmed up again, and we'll be ready shortly. Thank you. me some explanation on that piece, and I thought, I think it's better if you just hear it first. Dancing at Stonehenge has been quite a challenge rhythmically. As you can hear, polyrhythm was the term being used quite a bit on this concert cycle, getting ready for this, and understanding how to take so many different rhythms that are happening at one time and finding out how can we possibly make these work together. And you can hear some jazz influences in that piece. You hear lots of the kind of jazz harmonies as well, not just rhythms, but jazz harmonies and articulations. And that was quite a challenge putting that one together, and we're really proud to share that one with you tonight. We're really happy with the progress we've made. So that was Dancing at Stonehenge. We've got one more piece for you tonight before I let you go. And before we do this last one, I'd like to, just before I forget, I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful performance of the concert band. Let's hear it one more time for the concert band. Those of you that are families involved with these two groups performing tonight, you just hope maybe you saw the email from me earlier today. Finally, we got an official word from Elmhurst College, and we're really excited to take both of these groups on Friday, March 15th. After fourth period that day, they'll come down to the band room, we'll load up some buses, go to Elmhurst College, and we're really excited because Elmhurst is hosting their very first concert band festival on Friday, March 15th and Saturday the 16th. We were fortunate enough to get a Friday time slot from 4 to 6 o'clock where the two bands will play for each other. They'll have some really world-class music educators. There'll be judges and clinicians working with the groups that day. But what's even better is that Elmhurst is being so gracious to host us for the entire afternoon. They're providing a free pizza lunch for the students. They're taking us on a walking tour of the campus so we can see, the students can all see and experience that college campus. And see the facilities and also get a little bit of a presentation. I think that's Elmhurst's way of saying, we'll give you pizza, but we want you to listen to us talk about our college, which is great though for these students to get some of that information to hear about what does it take to get into college, what are the admissions like, right? So for many of these students, it'll be a really great opportunity. So we're very excited on Friday, March 15th to take both of these ensembles and share their music with some really world-class judges and get really great feedback that day and just continue this learning process and growing stronger every day as ensembles. My last announcement for you has to do with the butter braids, just to remind you of what you already heard about from our band booster president. We do have the butter braids out in the lobby afterwards. Students, I'm speaking directly to you, make sure, traditionally when you sample something, you just take one piece, right? Just one piece. But we hope that you make it out in the lobby after the concert, have a moment to get a little bit of water and sample one of those butter braids for our fundraiser. So thank you so much again for being here this evening and supporting two wonderful groups that Mr. Brooks and I just have a fantastic time working with on a daily basis. And this final piece you're going to hear is With Honor and Valor Eternal. We've had a lot of fun working on this one. The students know about this. I'm going to ask you if you can think of, and if you come up to me after the concert, after you hear the piece, and you can tell me if you recognized it. The opening of this piece is strikingly similar and maybe stolen a little bit from a really famous John Williams movie score. I'll let you see if you can figure out which movie score it was ripped off from. But I hope you enjoy our final piece, With Honor and Valor Eternal. Thank you.